We're going to go over how an Olympic caliber athlete can actually improve their nutrition, and we're going to start right now.
When you went to Commonwealth, you know, for me, I was like, dude, I want Alex to be able to win the Commonwealth Games at some point. Like, I remember when I think Vikas Gowda won it in like 2010, and maybe it was even when it was in Liverpool that he won it. But I remember thinking, like, dude, Alex can win this. Now there's the Jamaicans are in there, so it's tough. It is very hard.
Yeah,
you know, and I don't know if you ever will, but I do believe you can beat those top guys like Dakers. And that's where I was sitting there. Sorry, I'm not calling you out, Dakers. But that's where I'm sitting there going, like, I think he can do this. But it's also, at that time in 2018, I was thinking your training was not at that level where you could win it. And I guess, how did you deal with that daily continuous grind and getting through that unhealthy distraction? And like, what's your overarching mentality?
I think 2018 for me was all about recognizing my faults within training and within the workplace. So I was eating fast food all the time. You know, if I was getting up early, I would choose to get up at 5:30 a.m. versus getting up at 5 a.m. to cook a breakfast, because I knew if I'm driving 3 hours to Fort Wayne, I can stop at a McDonald's on the way and take a second. When I made these series of mistakes over and over and over, I was in a new workplace. I became friends with a lot of people who aren't training full time. I would go out to eat for lunch all the time. I would go out drinking way too often. I was, you know, partying all the time with all these, you know, sales bros who I became very good friends with, you know.
And they're all making good money.
All making good money.
Yeah.
Everyone's having a lot of fun all the time. It was fine if that's your goal. If your goal is just to provide for a family, if your goal is to just be financially sustainable, that's great. But there was a point in the Commonwealth Games where I was throwing as hard as I could, and I could not get over 59 meters. And it was very disappointing, and I recognized that I wasn't doing all of the little things that I needed to, because I was just frankly too busy with work and too busy being in an environment that isn't conducive to throwing far.
Mm-hmm. So what have you changed from a nutritional perspective? Like, how are you eating now in 2020 versus, you know, how you were eating when you're working a full-time job?
So I cook the majority of my meals. That's the first thing. I by no means eat clean, like 100%. I'm sure I
can attest to that.
Yeah. But I mean, frankly, simply cutting down on fast food is enormous. I don't know what is in there. You probably know exactly what's in there.
Pink slime.
Dude, yeah. It is just not good with overall like feeling well, let alone like hitting new training highs or anything like that. So I was just always tired. But once I stopped, you know, eating gas station garbage and fast food all the time, I felt like I actually had energy. When I started cooking for myself and making small, healthier choices, you know.
I didn't even think about that. And going to Tokyo. So if you want help with your nutrition program, you can head over to garagestrength.com and you can pick up our high performance nutrition program. If you want more videos like this and more content like this, you can click on this card right here. Until next time, guys, peace.